ALCCI delegates have benefited a lot in first the LDE and second the trade missions organized by the ALCCI and yourself. So tell us a bit about the success throughout those 4 years, and why are you here again for a fourth time?
Well, Linda, it's very, very exciting time again. You know, Lebanon is actually really at the moment is full of life and full of energy through this. You know, you can see that's the LDE, but you can see even the smell of business in this country. And we're very excited to be here because we're showing some Australian Lebanese for the first time who come to Lebanon here to see what Lebanon is all about. It is the future of development of the region, and one must invest today more than ever. I keep saying that because there will be limited seats in this country for business.
When you get the ALCCI here, what they're doing is going around, meeting with people, bringing a big delegation. I mean, they had, I think, almost 60 people in the delegation, including a women's entrepreneurial group and a young person's entrepreneurial group, and just establishing those routes to help the trade relationship grow. So they're doing a wonderful job.
We're glad to be here and enjoy to come back all the time to Lebanon to see our family, our friends, and try to build the bridge between Lebanon and Australia in an economical way. And this is our role as a Chamber of Commerce, to create the opportunity for many Australian companies to be involved with us here and vice versa.
Well, last year was a very successful mission and unique. I never had this experience before, so came back this year and hopefully next year as well.
It's your first trade mission with the Chamber. Can you give us your impressions?
Well, it has met expectations, actually beyond my expectations. I had a one-sided view of what Lebanon could have been, because in Australia we get fed a lot of negative sentiment about this country. And I thought the only way I can actually find out what it's all about and what opportunities may lie is to come here, explore, embrace and network with the right people, and that's what's happened.
You have just been awarded the title of Honorary Chairperson to the ALCCI. Can you tell us what this means to you exactly?
It means a lot. It means a very close relationship between a very good friend of mine representing Australia in Lebanon and myself. We enjoy exchanging together and we share the same value system. All what we do is geared towards Lebanon. Together we will continue to do our best to help our mother country.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from this organization, and then under the good leadership from Fadi Zoki, and then we can see all the business they can well connected, and then they give us a very good platform, especially laying up all those in the Chinese business and the Chinese investor.
I think the ALCCI works very well to be the mediator between Lebanon, actually even bigger than that, all the Middle East and Australia, and we look forward to help the businesses in Australia to come here and vice versa.
I was really excited to join the ALCCI as one of the foundation members, because it was a great opportunity to network with fellow Lebanese Australians, and I'm really excited that this is my first opportunity to visit Lebanon and come on this delegation. It's been wonderful. We've met some fantastic people and made some great lifelong friendships.
This year, you are even bigger in number and also in gender. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. Well, you can see that our delegation this year comprises out of 54 people. Yes, there's a lot of women among them, And that's because the women has created under the chamber the business women's group, which is fantastic. It's not just men who are actually accomplishing in business and economics and industry. It's women do just as much, and if they're not leading, they're certainly pushing the cause.
Our purpose and our most ideas and aims, of course, is to promote Australian Lebanese women, to promote bilateral trade between Australia, Lebanon and beyond, and to recognise women through recognition of awards, and whether that be through our Australian government or whether it be here in Lebanon, our own Lebanese governments and their counterparts.
I'm very pleased and privileged to come here to Lebanon just to attend for the first time part of the women group as a public officer too. So to hold that thing and to attend the LGE, it was an amazing experience. I'd encourage everyone just to, to come and to be as a member. And we are the women actually, we're very proud of what we're doing.
Women are smart and they have these great ideas, and we need to put them in line and line up with what can be done with men and other business people. But in particular, we want to know business women worldwide.
It's wonderful to see so many competent professional women taking action to help others succeed where they have already, and to trace this path for them. In Lebanon, Lebanon needs that kind of motivation. It needs to see that women are powerful and strong and capable of achieving whatever they set their heart and their minds to do.
هيدا جروب كتير مهم لأنه هو بيعطي حافز لكل النساء بقلب لبنان حتى وبقلب العالم أنه يكون في عندهم هدف ويكونوا موجودين بالعالم التجاري.
And also we have the young entrepreneurs as well. That's another group that the chamber was the driver behind, and young people from university who are looking for people of Lebanese origin to mentor them in business and commerce. And again, this has achieved a lot of success, and I want to congratulate them as well.
So the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry Young Entrepreneurs is actually the first youth arm of any Middle Eastern Chamber of Commerce and Industry in the world. And it is imperative that we establish foundations in our homeland, Lebanon. For me, coming to Lebanon, re-identifying myself with my roots, seeing the plethora of opportunities that this beautiful country has to offer and what Australia can offer it in return, especially for the youth, was definitely a motivating factor in coming here.
My company is called Breathe Water, and we specialise in natural spring water with extra oxygen in it. And we're the only company in Australia with such a product like this. And I've had the opportunity to open the market in Australia and soon to be international.
Can you tell us a little about how your membership and your contribution to the ALCCI Young Entrepreneurs Group has helped you and benefited you and your business?
It's benefited me by being surrounded by such a wonderful age group as myself, with the same thought process into doing something and empowering our generation. I met distributors here, other people that have contacts with distribution companies, water companies, cafes, fast food restaurants.
Between Lebanon and Australia, there's a lot going on, and since many years. We have a lot of Lebanese living there. The opportunities of increasing the level of partnership between Australia and Lebanon is there.
So the goal of this particular trade mission was to actually establish an exchange program with a student from Australia and a student from Lebanon. So to give a student from Lebanon the opportunity to go and study abroad at a university in Australia for a semester or a year, and to in return offer that same opportunity to a student in Australia to come and study in Lebanon.
So this year again, Fadi Zouki OAM, president of the ALCCI, also took part in a panel at the LDE. Can you tell us about the importance of this panel and, of course, the importance of the ALCCI in taking part in this panel?
Well, Fadi did a great job representing Australia on the panel, and he made some very, I think, important remarks in terms of what needed to be done in Lebanon to help build the trade relationship. But just as importantly, he and the other panelists, all representing various chambers, came up with an agreement, essentially an agreement to cooperate and try and bring them closer together.
In our previous trip, we have put together a proposal to the Foreign Minister, His Excellency Gibran Bassil. And what I suggested was we should create an international chamber house in Lebanon. And by doing this, we are able to unite all the Lebanese chambers of commerce around the world and give them a base in Lebanon so they can interact with the local economy and also get sense of link and residency.
The idea is we will provide all the assistance, all the guidance from our ministry to these chambers in order for them to come up with concrete business partnership on one hand, and on the other hand to be able to exchange trades between the two countries.
Tell us a bit about how the ALCCI can be a platform for members and delegates to give back to their home country, and even Australians who aren't of Lebanese origin. How can they contribute to the growth of Lebanon?
Well, my argument has always been and will always be the best way to resolve issues in a country is through economic growth. So by each one of us coming to Lebanon, by simply investing or even simply visiting the country, you are creating an economic stimulus to continue to do so at any cost and to promote Lebanon in the most positive way and not the way the media abroad have negatively promoted it.
We've had wonderful meetings with a number of Chamber of Commerce, both the Beirut Chamber of Commerce and the Tripoli Chamber of Commerce, where we've exchanged business cards. We've already exchanged opportunities that could be here, not just in Lebanon, but using the port of Lebanon and then, the port of Tripoli, and then taking it to some of the other Gulf countries. So, really this has been a huge opportunity, and it's been a safe environment where we can go together as a group. We get strong introductions that have already been vetted, and there's people that we know and trust that we can do business with.
Every year we have more than 100 people coming from Australia to visit Lebanon, and they are doing business here in Lebanon. And the Lebanese also are going to Australia to do joint venture and to do business and to invest in real estate, in construction, in services and everything.
We are very, very proud of our relationship and MOU we've signed with the Tripoli Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have actually promoted Tripoli and its ports across government and private enterprise in Australia to work here. When they come to Lebanon, actually doing any exports from Australia or abroad to go through Tripoli because of its free zone. We've already been actively working on that.
شراكة يلي وضعنا أساساتها نحن والرئيس فادي الزوقي، من الطبيعي جدا أنه بدها تثمر أعمال وتثمر استثمارات، وطرابلس حريصة على أنه تتشارك معكم بشكل دائم بإعمار المنطقة وبتطوير لبنان بكافة المجالات.
Can you perhaps tell us a bit about the projects that you plan on working on between here and Australia?
First and foremost is obviously look at the redevelopment of Syria. So we're going to send some people, in the private sector, specialized in petroleum, natural gas, construction, IT, innovations, to be able to come here and examine the city of Tripoli.
We are targeting the expats to come back to Lebanon, to invest in their home country, to restore their connection with their home country through ALCCI, which is a very active community in Australia.
Why do you think it's so important for you as a Lebanese immigrant to invest back in your home country?
Because it will be a good opportunity for any Lebanese people that live in outside Lebanon to invest in their country and to come back here in Lebanon. We've got a beautiful country here to live.
I would love one day to have something in here to encourage my kids to come back to see how beautiful country we've got and to get back a little bit to their culture. That's the main things to me for investing in Lebanon.
In order for a Lebanese diaspora or expat living specifically in Australia to come back to Lebanon, have connectivity with Lebanon, they must have a property in Lebanon, either home or an investment of some sort. And that will become their link, and that will force them to come on a regular basis and create economic stimulus to the country.
Your Excellency, can you please tell me the importance of the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry for both Lebanon and Australia?
Definitely, Australia is a continent that hosts a huge number of Lebanese. So definitely it makes sense to have this partnership to be really in action. So we think that there is a huge potential if we really work it out, and I think it can be of great benefit for Lebanon and Australia as well.
I'm afraid to be that much biased to Australia and to the Chamber of Australia and to Mr. Fadizu especially. He was able to make those relationships with the chambers. He was like pushing people to go back and invest in Lebanon. I'm not talking this because I was honored by the Chamber of Commerce, but actually because they are the most active one between all the other chambers.
It increases the bilateral ties between Lebanon and Australia, and it's great to see that it's not only just for economic gain. It's good to see that there's something like a social cause involved as well.
As one of the organizers of the conference, LDE Conference, Lebanese Diaspora Energy, I noticed the importance of LCCI cooperating with us in everywhere we go, and it's very important for Lebanon to have this cooperation and to promote this relation and make it more tight.
Being a patron, I can't get away from it. I have to be there. But apart from that, the ALCCI is doing a great job. I mean, between Australia and Lebanon.
نفاخر فيهم بالشيء اللي عم بقوموا فيه كغرفة تجارة بأستراليا. هيدا وجه لبناني كمان ببين قيمة لبنان وخدمته بهالوطن الأسترالي اللي استقبل الجالية وهلا عم تعطي من قلبها، وهي بتساهم كمان بنموها.
Without the ALCCI, I never would have even
thought about going to Lebanon as a singer in a part of my career here in Australia. So being a part of the ALCCI and how they've helped me promote the song that I wrote, This Is Home, has been an experience that I'll probably never experience again. Without Fadi giving me that opportunity, of course, you know, none of the experiences that I had in Lebanon would have happened, and it's been such an amazing week. And you know, singing at the 50th anniversary for the Australian Embassy, and then singing for the President of Lebanon, like it's just been overwhelming, and I'm so blessed and so honoured to be a part of the ALCCI.
Land and oceans we moved far and wide. We didn't want to leave the village we call home, but for a better future, for generations on and on, we headed for Australia and believed for good things to come. Forget where you're from, village to village, the place we call home. As a family together, we are strong. Now this is the place we call home, Australia. We followed in their footsteps and dug our feet into the ground, never forgetting who we are. Remember